got the game started a little bit early. Greencastle, Serzano Solomon missing a three-pointer there. And now Littlestown with the basketball just underway here from Greencastle. 7:38 to go in the opening quarter, still scoreless. Peyton Bossum with the basketball, gets it off to her. Now near side to number 23, and that's Brandon Claybaugh. He misses the three. But Littlestown able to get the offensive rebound. The shot there by Meekin. Nice defense by Connor Wright. And Meekin comes up empty on that shot. Blue Devils come away with the basketball. Second possession for the Blue Devils. 7:10 to go here in the quarter, scoreless. Near side, Connor Wright with the basketball. Littlestown opening up the contest in a man-to-man defense. McCauley dribble exchange to Solomon. Solomon looks to go back the other side, finds Carter McCauley. McCauley guarded very closely there. Inside to Wright, tough little fadeaway shot off the back of the rim, won't go. Meekin comes down with the rebound for Littlestown. He looks to push the ball up the floor. Blue Devils also in a man-to-man defense here to start things off in this first quarter. Meekin with the basketball for Littlestown, gets it off to Bossum. Bossum in the paint. Tried to kick it out to number 23, Brandon Claybaugh, but a bad pass goes out of bounds. And the first turnover of the game by Littlestown will give Greencastle the basketball. Both teams coming up empty on their first two possessions. Nice backdoor pass. Jordan Hunt strong to the basket and scores. Nice pass there from Connor Wright to Jordan Hunt as the Blue Devils take a 2-0 lead at the 6:10 mark of the opening quarter. Thunderbolts with the basketball. Claybaugh comes near side to her. Her tried to bounce pass inside to Meekin, but a foul will be called on the Blue Devils. Connor Wright will be the guilty party on that, and that will be foul number 1 of the quarter for the Blue Devils. Alex Popoff to inbound the ball for Littlestown. He does get it into her. Her guarded in the near corner by Solomon. Her able to dribble out, but he is fouled on the floor. And a blocking call will be called on Serzano Solomon. 2 fouls for the Blue Devils here in the first quarter as Littlestown will inbound the basketball into the backcourt. Bossum guarded by Jordan Hunt goes near or far side to Claybaugh. Claybaugh up top to Popoff. Lobbed it inside to the big man Meekum, and a foul called on Connor Wright. That'll be his second. Interesting decision here for Todd Stevens, and he will go to the bench. And Eli Sterling will check in, making his first appearance of the season. Sterling getting a nice hand from the student section as Wright heads to the bench with his second foul here in the first 2 minutes. Littlestown with the basketball. Meekin looks to drive, cut off nicely there by McCauley. Now Popoff will hand it back to Zion Her. Her guarded by Solomon, left-handed dribble in the paint. Nice help defense there by Sterling. Back to Meekin, three-point shot off the back of the glass, no good. And Eli Sterling with the rebound for Greencastle. He pushes up the floor. Alvey open three, in and out won't go. Scramble underneath, and Meekin comes away with it for Littlestown, as the Thunderbolts still looking for their first basket of the game. Meekin with the basketball for Littlestown, gets it over to Her. Her into the paint, kicks it off to Carbaugh, who lets it fly for three. And Brandon Carbaugh knocks down the three-point shot for Littlestown. First basket of the game for the Thunderbolts gives them a 3-2 lead. 4:45 to go in the opening quarter. McCauley finds a lane down the middle, has the ball knocked free, and it goes out of bounds. And the Blue Devils will maintain possession. Again, senior Connor Wright on the bench for Greencastle right now. Picked up 2 early fouls here in this first quarter. Inbound pass to Alvey, nice play, got it into McCauley. His shot was blocked, but a foul will be called on Meekin. That will be the first foul on the big man for Littlestown, and that will send Carter McCauley to the line to shoot 2 free throws. First shot a little strong, and that does not go down. So McCauley will get an opportunity here for a second free throw, looking to tie the game. Second free throw on the way, in and out won't go. So Carter McCauley 0 for 2 from the line. And the score remains 3-2 Littlestown. Thunderbolts with the basketball, approaching the 4:20 mark of the first quarter. Carbaugh, top of the key, comes near side to her. He's open for three. That shot comes up short. Meekin able to get the rebound and the finish for the big man. Meekin with 24 points in Littlestown's opener has his first basket of the night and extends the Thunderbolt lead out to 5-2 halfway through this first quarter. Tough runner in the paint by Sterling won't fall. Littlestown comes away with it. Here's Meekin, goes far side, working it back all the way to Claybaugh. His shot will not fall. Greencastle looks to quickly counterattack. Sterling open for three. Off the side of the rim, no good. Scramble for the loose ball. Goes out of bounds. Last touched by Logan Alvey. And another substitution for Greencastle here. Eshawn Coleman will check in for the Blue Devils. He replaces Logan Alvey. 3:30 to go in the opening quarter. Littlestown with the basketball and a 5-2 lead over Greencastle. Meekin thought about a three, now looks to drive, cut off, gets it over to Claybaugh. Claybaugh has it stripped away. Nice defense there by Coleman. Now Greencastle looks to counterattack, although Solomon will slow things up, allow his teammates to catch up behind him, and now Greencastle will reset the offense. Sterling gets it off to Coleman. Coleman pulls up from about 15 off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Zion Herr for Littlestown as Herr brings it up, tries to make a pass inside to Meekin. Carter McCauley was there, got a hand on it, but unable to maintain possession. Ball goes out of bounds. Or actually, it was last touched by Littlestown. So the Blue Devils will get the basketball. 2:50 to go in the opening quarter. There's contact and a foul called on Littlestown. Number 32, Zion Herr, called for the foul. As Logan Alvey back into the game for the Blue Devils, he replaces Jordan Hunt. Sterling, Alvey, Coleman, Solomon, and McCauley, the five players on the floor for Greencastle. Coleman looks to drive, tried to kick it out to Sterling, had the ball deflected, and Littlestown comes away with the steal. Her tough little drive in the paint gets it off to Meekin. His shot in the paint is up and good, and a foul called on Greencastle. Second basket of the game for Meekin. He has 4 points, and he will go to the line to try and complete the three-point play. Meekin at the line, knocks down the free throw. He has 5 points in the game, 8-2. Littlestown with the lead, 2:20 to go in the opening quarter. Logan Alvey dribbles in the paint, has it knocked away, and coming away with it is Littlestown. Another steal by the Thunderbolts, and on the other end, Peyton Bossum takes it to the basket, gets the finish, and is fouled. So Littlestown on a run here. They have taken a 10-2 lead, and that will prompt the timeout from Todd Stevens, a 60-second timeout. We'll take a break and be back. 2:08 to go in the opening quarter. Littlestown out to a quick start. They lead the Blue Devils 10-2. We'll be right back after these messages. You're listening to Blue Devil Basketball on the FNN Trust Sports Network, midpennbroadcasting.com, and the sportspage.blog.
More perspectives, more flexibility, more opportunities, more education, more training, more benefits, more possibilities, more mentorship, more skills, more control, more impact, more community, more connection. Whew. Because in the Air Force, you get all this and more. So when you're ready, head to airforce.com to learn more and get started.
Welcome back to Greencastle Antrim Senior High School. John Freeman with you on a Tuesday night in this matchup between the Mid-Penn Conference and the York Adams Interscholastic Athletic Association. So far, the league to the east getting the better of things so far this evening, with Littlestown out to a 10-2 lead over Greencastle here with just over 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. As we come from the timeout, Peyton Bossum will be at the line looking to complete the three-point play. Greencastle with 5 fouls here in this first quarter, so now Littlestown will be in the bonus the rest of the way of this quarter. Free throw by Bossum up and good. Littlestown with their biggest lead of the night, 11-2 over the Blue Devils. Alvey with the basketball gets it top of the key to Sterling. Nice pass to McCauley. McCauley lost it but got it back. And then a bounce pass to Jordan Hunt, and some discussion amongst the officials. They will say it was last touched by Littlestown. So the official under the basket with the better view saw the deflection. And the Blue Devils will maintain possession of the basketball. Under 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Greencastle with just 2 points through the first 6+ minutes of this opening quarter. Solomon tries to drive, lost it. Fortunately, Logan Alvey was there. Now Alvey drives, floater in the paint won't go. Meekin comes down with the rebound for the Thunderbolts. Shot three-pointer by Claybaugh is good. And Littlestown shooting well here in this opening quarter. They lead at 14-2. Long-range three-pointer for Jordan Hunt won't fall. Rebound pulled down by Zion Herr for Littlestown. Bounce pass, tried to get it to Claybaugh. Littlestown saying the ball went off the leg of a Blue Devil. And if you look at Eli Sterling's face, I think he knows they may have gotten away with one. Sterling had a little smile on his face as he walked by, so the Blue Devils will get the ball back. As Connor Wright checks back into the game, Wright, who picked up 2 early fouls here in this first quarter. Tried to go inside to Jordan Hunt, and another bad pass and another turnover by the Blue Devils. Gives the ball back to Littlestown. Bossum gets it over to Herr. Herr's going to reset the offense. Bounce pass near side, Peyton Bossum. Left-handed sophomore with the basketball. Tied up by Jordan Hunt, and a nice steal there by Hunt as he comes away with the basketball for Greencastle. Cross court to Solomon in the paint. Off balance shot won't go. Meekum with the rebound. Now Littlestown has numbers on the other end. Popoff goes inside to the big man. Turnaround off the glass by Meekin is good. So Christopher Meekin, 7 points in this opening quarter. And Littlestown with a 16-2 lead over the Blue Devils. Down to 7 seconds to go in the quarter. Nice move down the lane by Solomon to score. So Greencastle is going to finish the quarter with a basket as Herr from about 60 feet almost comes up with the basket. But we've played 8 minutes of basketball from Greencastle. Littlestown hot shooting here in this first quarter. They lead at 16-4. We'll be right back after. Second quarter underway here from Greencastle. Littlestown with the basketball, trying to go inside to Meekin. Ball tipped away, and Greencastle comes away with the basketball. Carter Coons just into the game for Greencastle. Gets it back up top to Solomon. Solomon bounce pass near side to Logan Alvey. Alvey bounce pass into Connor Wright underneath the basket. Got a little too deep, couldn't get the shot to fall. Batted around. And Claybaugh comes away with it for Littlestown. Up the floor they come. Claybaugh, far wing 3, front of the rim, no good. Coons with the rebound for Greencastle. Solomon gets it near side to Jordan Hunt. Hunt dribbles back between the circles, comes back to the near corner to Logan Alvey. Alvey back out to Hunt, open look for 3, back of the rim, no good. And Meekin skies above everybody else to come down with the rebound. Now the big man will bring the ball up the floor. Under 7 minutes to go here in the opening quarter, or in the second quarter, excuse me. Littlestown with a 16-4 lead, and Meekin just powers his way through the Blue Devil defense for the layup. 9 points for the 6'8 senior. Littlestown matching their biggest lead of the night. They lead Greencastle 18-4, 6:30 to go. Second quarter. Hunt in the paint, puts up the shot, rolls around, and gets it to fall. So Jordan Hunt with his 4th point of the night. 18-6, the Littlestown lead, 6:15 to go in this second quarter. Far side with the basketball, 3-point shot by Claybaugh is good. That's his 3rd 3 of the game. He has 9 points. On the other end, Solomon in the paint, far side. Alvey from the wing can't get the 3 to fall. Zion Herr with the rebound for Littlestown as he quickly pushes the ball across the timeline. Under 6 minutes to go in this opening quarter. 21-6, the Littlestown lead. Now Herr tries to go baseline, whip it around. Nice ball movement there. Bossum open 3 off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Connor Wright for the Blue Devils. Solomon with the basketball, far side, dribbles in the paint, kicks it over to Hunt. Open 3 won't fall. Nice job there by Coons to get the rebound, and Connor Wright comes away with the basket. So Coons with nice hustle to get inside, tipped the ball, Wright came away with it, and scores his first basket of the night, gets the Blue Devils back to within 13. 21-8, the Littlestown lead. 5 minutes to go until halftime here in Greencastle. Claybaugh into the paint, lost possession, ball goes out of bounds. And the Blue Devils will get the basketball back. Eli Sterling, Carter McCauley back into the game for Greencastle as Logan Alvey and Carter Coons will exit. Blue Devils with the basketball. Trailed by 12 at the break, trailed by 13 here as we move towards the halfway point of this second quarter. Sterling, nice kick pass out to Hunt, back to Solomon. Open 3 won't fall as the Blue Devils' 3-point shooting woes continue. On the other end, a whistle and a travel will be called. Logan Smith called for the travel into the game for Littlestown. Here's Jordan Hunt with the basketball for Greencastle, gives it up to Wright. Connor Wright gets it over to Sterling. 3-point shot from the wing is good. So Eli Sterling knocks down the first 3 of the night for Greencastle. We'll see if that can spark this offense as the Blue Devils get the back within 10. There's a Bossum lost it, but was able to get it back. Now here's Herr with the basketball. Meekin 3-point shot won't fall. Jordan Hunt with the rebound for the Blue Devils as Greencastle. Eli Sterling in the game again, certainly a player who started last year all season for Greencastle, missed the first 2 games and has 3 points so far in his return tonight. Right underneath, had his shot blocked by Meekin, who came away with the basketball, and then he was fouled. Foul called on Carter McCauley, his 2nd of the game. Eshawn Coleman back into the game. He'll replace Jordan Hunt. Littlestown will inbound the basketball from underneath the Greencastle basket. Logan Smith brings it across the timeline in the corner. Claybaugh, he is wide open, and he has his 4th 3 of the night. So Brandon Claybaugh into double digits. He has 12 points. And that extends the Littlestown lead back to 13, and then a palming violation called on Connor Wright. He lost possession of the ball, tried to get it back, but called for the palming violation. So the turnover by the Blue Devils will give the ball back to Littlestown. Logan Smith to inbound the ball, gets it into Meekin. Meekin will settle things down in the front court, give it back to Zion Herr. Down to 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Littlestown with the basketball and a 24-11 lead over the Blue Devils. Nice move by Bossum, gets open. Can't hit the three, but Littlestown does come away with the offensive rebound by Logan Smith. And they will get another opportunity here as they look to add to their 13-point lead. Smith, far side, back up top to Claybaugh. Bounce pass inside to Meekin. Meekin looks to back his way in. Tough shot inside, can't get it to fall. Ball is loose. Solomon comes away with a nice pass up ahead to Sterling for the finish. So Eli Sterling, with 5 points in the game, gets the Blue Devils back to within 11. 24-13, the Littlestown lead. Her in the paint, tough shot, can't get it to fall, but he is fouled. Foul called on number 5, Carter McCauley. That'll be his third, so you have to think he will exit here. And Zion Herr at the line to shoot 2. Can't get the first to fall. And substitutions for the Blue Devils. Jordan Hunt, Logan Alvey back into the game. McCauley will head to the bench. Eshawn Coleman also to the bench. First shot by Herr, not good. He will get a second opportunity. Second free throw, front of the rim, no good. So Zion Herr 0 for 2 from the line. The Blue Devils get the ball back, trailing 24-13 as we approach the 2-minute mark of the quarter. Nice ball movement there by the Blue Devils. Alvey had a look at 3, passed it up. Now here's Jordan Hunt for 3. Can't get it to fall. Connor right there with the offensive board and the putback. Connor Wright with 4 points here in the quarter. Blue Devils back to within 9. Herr lets it fly for 3 and knocks that down. So quickly on the other end, Zion Herr, who had missed 2 free throws on the previous possession, knocks down the 3. Short jumper by Wright, can't get it to fall, but Eli Sterling is there with the offensive rebound for Greencastle. Bounce pass inside to Connor Wright. He's going to try and go on Meekin. A little turnaround left-handed shot won't fall, but Meekin unable to control the rebound, and the ball goes out of bounds when the Blue Devils will maintain possession. .118 to go until halftime. Littlestown leading at 27-15. Inbound to Solomon. Solomon kicks it up top. Alvey open, look for 3, knocks it down. So the Blue Devils with their second 3 of the night. That's the first basket for Alvey. And Greencastle back to within 9, 27-18 in the final minute here of this first half. Meekin dribbles out of control, puts up a shot, misses everything. And the ball goes out of bounds and will belong to the Blue Devils. So with 54 seconds to go in the game, Greencastle has whittled down what was once a 16-point deficit down to 9. And the Blue Devils do have the basketball. Sterling to right, near side, Serzano Solomon. Solomon dribbles in the paint, takes it out to Hunt. Hunt looks to drive, but he'll be called for the travel. So the ball back to Littlestown with 36.7 seconds to go. Eshawn Coleman quickly checking into the game for Greencastle, as Wright will take a seat. Most likely going to have him sit these final 30 seconds. Do not want him to pick up that third foul here in these final 30 seconds. Littlestown with the basketball. Popoff to Meekin. Now work it around to Logan Smith. Back to Popoff. Lob it inside to the big guy. Under 20 seconds to go. And some contact. Eli Sterling goes to the floor, and an offensive foul will be called. Player control charge called on Christopher Meekin. And that will give the ball back to the Blue Devils with 18.5 seconds to go. Connor Wright back in. With the Blue Devils having the ball on offense, Wright will check back in. See if Greencastle's willing to hold for 1 here. Under 10 seconds to go. Alvey gets it off to Sterling. Sterling, tough little runner in the paint is good. He makes it, and the foul And I think Greencastle's found the one thing they've been missing this season, and that is Eli Sterling, as this is a completely different looking basketball team with him on the floor. Sterling makes the basket, is fouled, and will shoot the free throw. Foul was called on Brandon Claybaugh as Sterling looks to complete the three-point play. Can't get it to go. Littlestown comes away with it. They will get one shot, and it will hit the ceiling. And that will end the first half. That's a nice run for the Blue Devils here in this second quarter. They outscore Littlestown 16-11, and they will head into the locker room trailing 27-20 to Littlestown. At one point, the Blue Devils were down by 16. But again, they were able to cut the deficit to just 7 here at the half. We'll take a break. Will possess the basketball to begin the second half. Greencastle trailing Littlestown 27-20 here as we begin the third quarter. Carter McCauley will inbound the ball for the Blue Devils right in front of us, and we are underway here in quarter number 3. Serzano Solomon across the timeline. Greencastle with the basketball. Solomon goes up top to Sterling. Sterling will go between the circles, now come near side to Solomon. Bounce pass inside the right. Right directing traffic. Gets it back up top to Solomon. Solomon far side. Jordan Hunt looks to drive, cut off, gets to McCauley. McCauley backs his way in. Tough little turnaround up and good for Carter McCauley. His first basket of the night. And the Blue Devils back to within 5, 27-22. 7:20 to go here in the third quarter. Meekin, who was quiet in that second quarter for Littlestown, had the basketball. Now gives over to Claybaugh, bounce pass to her. Three-point shot by her, back of the rim, no good. Nice rebound there by the Blue Devils. And Serzano Solomon comes away with it, pushes it up the floor. Solomon looks to take it all the way, gets it back to Sterling, and he's open for three. Can't get that shot to fall. Meekin with the rebound, bounce pass near side to Bossum. Bossum, high shot off the glass and good. So the sophomore Peyton Bossum with a nice little layup there, his 5th point of the night. Makes it a 29-22 game, and a foul on the other end called on Brandon Claybaugh of Littlestown, his 3rd foul of the game. Foul called on the floor, so Greencastle will inbound. They get it into Jordan Hunt, now back up top to Solomon. Far side to Sterling, back to Hunt. Hunt open three, just grazes the back of the rim. Wright did a nice job hustling to try and save that ball, but Littlestown came away with it. And her with an off-balance shot that falls. So Zion Her with 5 points, 4 in a row for Littlestown. And they're back up on top, 31-22. Early part of this third quarter, 6:10 to go in the third quarter. Now the Blue Devils spread the floor a bit here as Solomon dribbles between the circles. Dribble exchange to Eli Sterling. Sterling comes off a pick, puts up a shot high off the glass. Wright had it, but the ball was knocked loose and goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Blue Devils. Early substitution here in the third quarter. Logan Alvey back into the game for Greencastle. He'll replace Eli Sterling. As Meekin with the basketball. Nice defense there by Wright. Meekin gets free on the underneath layup. Reverse layup by Meekin is good. He's in double digits with 11. And now a double-digit lead for Littlestown as a travel called on Jordan Hunt. And a 30-second timeout will be called. We'll see who it's on. I think it was called by Greencastle. It was called by Todd Stevens. A 30-second timeout will stay right here. That was Greencastle's 2nd timeout of the game. 5:35 to go here in the third. Littlestown outscoring the Blue Devils 6-2 through the first 2.5 minutes of this third quarter. The 7-point lead for Littlestown, now back out to 11. As Greencastle will come out of the timeout. And Littlestown will have the basketball. They will inbound in the backcourt. Coming off the Greencastle travel violation, so Alex Popoff will inbound the ball for Littlestown. Greencastle is going to step up the pressure here as they will defend in the backcourt. Ball inbounded to her. Her guarded by Solomon, now gives it over to number 2, the point guard, Peyton Bossum. Bossum across the timeline goes far side to Claybaugh. Now up top to Meekin, back to Bossum. Gets it over to her. Working around, trying to find Claybaugh for an open 3. Nothing there. Now here's Meekum, 12-foot shot off the back of the rim, no good. Bossum's been alive. But the ball goes out of bounds, and it was last touched by the Blue Devils. So nice hustle there by Peyton Bossum to keep that alive, and Littlestown comes away with it. Popoff looking for a teammate to inbound the ball to, nothing there, so Littlestown will call a timeout to avoid the 5-second call. 30-second timeout called there by the Thunderbolts. That will be their first timeout call of the game. 5:10 to go here in the third quarter. Littlestown with a 33-22 lead over Greencastle. Carter McCauley, the only basket for the Blue Devils so far here in this third quarter. Both teams looking to snap a one-game losing streak here in the very early part of the 2023-24 season, as the timeout has ended. And both teams will head back out on the floor. Ball inbounded to Meekin at the top of the key. Meekin gives it over to Zion Her. Her goes far side to Popoff. Popoff gets it back to Claybaugh. Nice job there by Greencastle denying that three-point shot from Claybaugh. Boston tried to make a little back pass, went right to a Blue Devil player. Now Popoff comes away with it. And Alex Popoff, hustling in the defensive end or in the offensive end, gets the steal in the basket, his first of the night. And that puts Littlestown back up by 13, 35-22. 5:35 to go in the third quarter. Nice pass by Solomon to McCauley. He tried to take it to the basket, but he was fouled. Non-shooting foul, or I guess they're going to call it a shooting foul. So Carter McCauley will go to the line to shoot 2. His second trip to the line, missed 2 free throws back in the first quarter as he comes up empty there. So another attempt here for the Blue Devil Junior, looking for his third point of the game. Shot up and good. 1 for 2 from the line for McCauley. He has 3 points in the game. And the Blue Devils back to within 12. And a dangerous pass there by Littlestown. They threw it to Claybaugh right on the other side of the half-court line, and Claybaugh stepped on the half-court line, which results in the backcourt violation. So the Blue Devils get the basketball back, trailing 35-23. Right, nice little spin move in the paint, off the glass and good, count it. Six points for Connor Wright, his first basket of the second half. And a chance here to get the Blue Devils back to within 9 points. Free throw attempt on the way, front of the rim, no good. Popoff comes down with the rebound for Littlestown. 4:20 to go in the third, 35-25 Littlestown with the lead. Meekin in the paint, gives it back to Popoff, now back to Meekin. Near side to Bossum, back up top to Zion Her. Her calls for a teammate to come back, and Bossum will take possession of the basketball. Bossum bounce pass far side to Her, back up top to Meekin. Meekin guarded by Connor Wright, and the Blue Devil defensive pressure forcing a turnover as the bad pass by Meekin, miscommunication there with Peyton Bossum, And the Blue Devils get the basketball back, trailing 35-25. 3:45 to go here in the third. Greencastle looking to make a run here, trying to cut into this 10-point deficit. They got it back as close to as many as 7. Solomon with the basketball near side to Hunt, inside to right, back to Hunt. His short jumper in the paint won't fall, and a foul will be called on Jordan Hunt as he reached in on Christopher Meekin. That's just the first foul on Jordan Hunt. First foul of the quarter for Greencastle. Littlestown with 3 fouls here in this third quarter. Again, the Blue Devils picking up pressure in the backcourt off the inbounds pass. Now they'll back off, and Herr will bring it across the timeline. Meekin looking to come free, now triple teamed. Tries again, takes it down the lane, has his shot blocked by Solomon. Quickly on the other end, Logan Alvey called for the travel. Was a nice pass by Solomon. Alvey was looking to go inside and called for the travel. So the Blue Devils looking to push the ball up the floor, called for the violation, and Littlestown gets it back with 3:05 to go here in the third quarter. Littlestown still with that 35-25 lead. Under 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Meekin up top to Boston, and a foul's going to be called on Popoff. Offensive foul called on Littlestown. Third foul for Alex Popoff. And now the Blue Devils get the ball back once again, and a chance here to cut into this 10-point deficit. Bounce pass near side to right, back to McCauley. Nice little mismatch there as McCauley strong to the basket. He scores. 5 points in the game for Carter McCauley, excuse me. All the 5 of those coming here in this third quarter. Corner 3 by Bossum is good. Peyton Bossum, his fifth point of the quarter. McCauley inside, turnaround jumper won't go. Popoff comes away with the rebound, then has it knocked away. Nice defensive play there by the Blue Devils. McCauley knocked it free. Pass to Connor Wright. Jumper from about 10 feet is good. Connor Wright, 8 points in the game. Gets the Blue Devils back to within 9, 38-29. The Littlestown lead. There's Meekin with the basketball. Looks to drive into the paint. Double teamed. Can't get the shot to fall. And Greencastle's done a nice job on Christopher Meekin so far tonight. Logan Alvey knocks down his second 3 of the game. And the Blue Devils back to within 6. 38-32. Greencastle, as Boston almost lost the ball in the backcourt. The Blue Devil defense starting to maybe have a little bit of effect on Littlestown, as we're seeing them start to make some mistakes they weren't making in the first half. As strong to the basket is Zion Herr. He is fouled. Serzano Solomon called for the block, his third. And that will send Herr to the line to shoot 2 free throws. And now we'll have a little housekeeping as the floor gets cleaned up in the middle. All the wetness on the floor appears to be cleaned up, and we're ready to go here as Zion Herr will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Herr 0 for 2 from the line, missed a pair of free throws back in the second quarter, and is able to knock that one down. He has 6 points in the game. Makes it a 39-32 Littlestown lead. Second free throw rattles in and out, no good. 1 for 2 from the line for her. Blue Devils with the basketball, trailing 39-32. 50 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Nice pass to Solomon on the backdoor cut. Couldn't get it to fall, but McCauley, nice hustle, gets the ball. Wright had it knocked free, and now Littlestown comes away with it. In the offensive end, Peyton Bossum, guarded by Hunt. Bounce pass far side to her. Her gets it to Meekin. Meekin thought about a 3, but again, Greencastle doing a nice job getting in the face of Christopher Meekin. There's a pass inside. Claybaugh somehow came away with it, and then Claybaugh makes a bad pass right to Serzano Solomon. 10 seconds to go here in the quarter. McCauley wide open, and a goaltending call is going to be called on Meekin. McCauley will get credit for the basket, as Meekin essentially went up and looked like he grabbed it off the backboard, which you can't do. So now Littlestown with 6 seconds to go, gonna try and get off one last shot. Her brings it into the front court. Off balance 3 by her is good. And a huge basket there for Littlestown, as it looked like her was gonna struggle to get the shot. Fourth quarter ready to get underway. Littlestown will have the basketball to start the final 8 minutes. Popoff inbounds the ball for the Thunderbolts. Littlestown with a 42-34 lead, and a foul called on Jordan Hunt for the block. Second foul for Hunt. And Littlestown will inbound the ball again as we're just underway here in the fourth quarter. Blue Devils trailing 42-34 as Zion Her with the off-balance 3 at the buzzer. A big basket there for Littlestown to make it an 8-point game. Her again for 3, can't get it to fall. Nice positioning there by Logan Alvey to come down with the rebound for the Blue Devils. Near wing, Serzano Solomon with the basketball. Nice bounce pass inside to Wright. Wright looking to back his way in. Left-handed shot off the glass and good. Connor Wright into double digits for the 3rd time this season. He has 10 points in the game. Gets the Blue Devils back to within 6, 42-36. Meekin forces his way inside, muscles up a shot, and gets it to go. 13 points for the 6'8 senior. And the Thunderbolts back up by 8, 44-36. McCauley, nice pass out to Jordan Hunt. Now Hunt up top to Alvey. Alvey looks to drive. Shot off the glass and good. Nice job there by Logan Alvey to create that shot, get it to go down. He has 8 points in the game. Back to a 6-point deficit, 44-38. Littlestown with the basketball and the lead, 6:30 to go in the fourth. Claybaugh near side goes up top to Popoff. Popoff far side to Her. Bounce pass inside to Meekin. He looks to back his way in. Nice job there by Connor Wright to hold his ground. Now a tough drive down the baseline by Her. The reverse layup won't fall, and Greencastle comes away with it. 3-point shot by Alvey, can't get it to fall, and Connor Wright hustling to get that loose ball, almost came away with it. But the ball goes out of bounds and will belong to Littlestown. 6 minutes to go in regulation. Littlestown with the basketball and a 44-38 lead. Nice job there by Her, hustling on that after that loose ball, and he's able to knock down the shot. He has scored the last 8 points for Littlestown in this game. Thunderbolts back up by 8. Turnaround jumper, Connor Wright is good. And a timeout called by the Blue Devils. Third timeout of the game called by Greencastle. 32nd timeout for Todd Stevens. Connor Wright with 12 points in the game, sat out a good part of the first quarter, picking up 2 early fouls. Coming back with 8 points here in this second half. As the horn sounds, the timeout just about over. And we'll get back to action. The Blue Devil boys basketball team would like to thank their sponsors for the 23-24 season. Antrim Fleet Services, Antrim Insurance, Antrim Way Honda, Greencastle Eye Care Center, Hoffman Transport, Antrim Chiropractic, Corey's Construction, DMP, F&M Trust, Gemcraft Homes, the John Allison Public House, Keystone Ford, Negley's Water, Premier HVAC, the Dapper House, First Education Credit Union, DJ Busy, Fast Signs, Graphics Universal, and Mikey's Ice Cream. Back to action, 5:20 to go here in the fourth. Littlestown with the basketball and a 6-point lead. Her far side gets it up top to Meekin. Meekin comes near side back to Bossum. Again, Greencastle, that man-to-man defense, really putting the pressure on Littlestown here. Meekin looks to drive, nothing there. Now, her in traffic has the ball stripped away. And the ball last touched by the Thunderbolts. And again, that Greencastle defensive pressure really starting to wear on Littlestown. Just 4 points so far through the first 3 minutes of this fourth quarter for Littlestown. And the Blue Devils have been able to get the deficit back to 6 points. Here's Eli Sterling in the game. We saw Sterling provide a spark in that second quarter. Nice pass inside to Connor Wright, who's able to get the basket to fall. Blue Devils back to within 4, 46-42. Greencastle slowly whittling down this deficit. They trailed by as many as 16. Wide open three for Popoff. Can't get that to fall, and another missed shot for Littlestown. Now the Blue Devils can really put the pressure on here with the basket. As we approach the halfway mark of the fourth quarter. Hunt bounce pass inside to Wright. Again, Greencastle running that backdoor play. That's the fourth time Greencastle has run that backdoor play. As Littlestown, you would think by now would see it coming, but they haven't. And the Blue Devils back to within 2. 46-44. And a 60-second timeout called by the Thunderbolts. We'll take a break and be back after these messages. You're listening to Blue Devil Basketball on the F&M Trust Sports Network, midpennbroadcasting.com, and the sportspage.blog.
Shouldn't having conversations with your money be easy? Way easier than translating texts and all emojis. Smiley face, siren, apple? Mom is eating a spicy apple? What? F&M Trust is here to help you have better conversations with your money. Our FlexLock line of credit lets you borrow from your home for big purchases. Go bank it easy at fmtrust.bank. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC. Oh, why did I teach her to text?
Welcome back to Greencastle Antrim Senior High School. 3:39 to go in the fourth quarter. Greencastle trailing 46-44 over Littlestown. Littlestown had a 42-34 lead at the end of 3 quarters. The Blue Devils on a 10-2 run here. Excuse me, 10-4 run here in the fourth quarter to get the deficit back to within 2. Greencastle again trailed by as many as 16 points in the opening half. And they've done a nice job using a very stingy defense to get back into this game. Meekin with the basketball. He had 24 points in the Middletown game, been held to 11 so far here tonight. McCauley got a hand on that, almost knocked it free. Now again, Meekin triple teamed. And we have a whistle. What's the call? The officials are going to talk about this. I think one was getting ready to call a travel. One might have had a foul. We'll see what they decide on. And I think they're going to call a held ball, so Littlestown will maintain possession as Greencastle does a nice job. Inbounds pass and a tie-up, so that'll give the ball back to Greencastle. Every time Meekin has touched the ball here this evening, Greencastle double and triple teaming him, making life difficult for the 6'8" senior. And now another turnover gives the ball, or a held ball, excuse me, gives it back to the Blue Devils. Eli Sterling checks out of the game. Connor Wright, little left-handed, right-handed half hook is good. Wright going right up against the 6'8" senior. Gets the shot to fall. There's a steal by the Blue Devils. Greencastle with a chance to take the lead. Solomon gets it to Hunt. Hunt guarded by Bossum over to Connor Wright. Wright dribble exchange. No, he keeps it. Tries to drive. Meekin with a nice defensive play there. Gets it back to Hunt. Over to Logan Alvey. Alvey in the paint. Up the glass, won't go. And a rebound there by Popoff, as he's able to come away with the basketball and maintain possession. Brand new ball game here in Greencastle. 46 apiece. 2:20 to go in regulation. Littlestown, who is led by as many as 16, trying to hold on. Claybaugh can't get the layup to go, and then he's fouled, or is called for the foul. Claybaugh missed the shot, lost possession, and then fouled the Blue Devil player. That'll be his fourth foul of the game. So Littlestown, who has done very little substituting tonight, has one of its starters just one foul away from being out of the game. Here's McCauley in traffic. Turnaround shot is good. And the Blue Devils with what I think might be their first lead of the night, 48-46. And again, Littlestown struggling to get the ball into the front court. Herr finally does. And now the Thunderbolts trailing for the first time this evening, 48-46, under a minute and a half to go in regulation. Again, this Blue Devil defense has been the difference, in a long-range three for Zion Herr. Herr with 14 points in the second half puts Littlestown back up by one, 49-48, and a timeout called by the Blue Devils. 60-second timeout called by Todd Stevens. We'll take a break. We'll be right back after these messages. You're listening to Blue Devil Basketball on the F&M Trust Sports Network, midpennbroadcasting.com, and the sportspage.blog.
Greencastle Eye Care Center has been the area's premier eye care provider since 1984. Dr. Sandra Fink-Freeman and Dr. Charlie Parsons provide comprehensive eye exams, including medical eye exams and contact lens fittings for patients from age 1 to over 100. The office has a complete optical department with a wide variety of frames for adults and children. Conveniently located in the John Grove Medical Center off Exit 5 along I-81, Greencastle Eye Care Center is your family eye care provider, always accepting new patients. Call us at 717-597-7708.
Welcome back to Greencastle Antrim Senior High School. 1 minute, 7 seconds to go in regulation. Littlestown with a 49-48 lead over the Blue Devils. Greencastle will have the basketball coming out of the timeout, as the Blue Devil defense has held Littlestown to just 8 points here in this fourth quarter. Excuse me, Greencastle with the basketball. Solomon gives it off to Eli Sterling. Sterling looks to go inside. Littlestown still in the man-to-man defense. Sterling top of the circle. Far side to Jordan Hunt. Under a minute to go. Bounce pass inside to Connor Wright. He's been the man so far this fourth quarter, and Wright unable to knock down the shot, but he is fouled. So Connor Wright with 8 points in the fourth quarter will go to the line to shoot 2. Looking to give the Blue Devils the lead. Right 0 for 1 from the line this evening. Big free throw on the way here is good. 49-49, tie ball game, 50.5 seconds to go. Connor Wright, the senior, looking to break the tie here from the free throw line. Second shot on the way is good. So a pair of free throws for Connor Wright, and the Blue Devils back on top, 50-49 over Littlestown. And the Thunderbolts will call a timeout. And we may see a number of timeouts and other things here in this final minute of the game. A 60-second timeout called by Littlestown. We'll stay right here. Set the scene for you. 42.8 seconds to go in regulation. The Blue Devils with a 50-49 lead over Littlestown. The Thunderbolts will have the basketball coming out of the timeout. Neither team in any sort of foul trouble as far as the bonus is concerned here in this fourth quarter. Littlestown committing just 2 fouls, Greencastle with 1, so Littlestown would have to foul 3 times to put Greencastle in the bonus, and the Blue Devils would have to commit 4 fouls. And again, Greencastle trailed by as many as 16 points in the opening half, trailed by 7 at the break, trailed by 8 at the end of the third quarter. But again, the Blue Devil defense really stepping up the pressure here in this fourth quarter, allowing just 8 points. There's 7 points for Littlestown so far. And now the Thunderbolts will inbound from the far side as they will look to take back the lead here. Meekum across the timeline. He's been held scoreless in this second half. Again, Greencastle double and triple teaming him. And there comes the double team, and there's the steal. Again, Greencastle, Sterling, layup, good, and the foul. So the steal and the foul and the basket. And Eli Sterling can really put the Blue Devils in a good spot if he can hit this free throw and make it a 4-point lead. Sterling at the line, looking to complete the 3-point play, and does. And a timeout called by Littlestown. And again, just a lack of adjustments by Littlestown here in this second half. Greencastle has done the same thing over and over against Meekin. As soon as he touches the ball, it's a double and a triple team. And just bad passes, turnovers. And Greencastle has not only gotten back into this game, they now have a 4-point lead, as the Blue Devil defense really has done the job here in this second half, shutting down Littlestown's Christopher Meekin. Again, he had 24 points in the game against Middletown so far, with just 13 here tonight. As the timeout comes to an end, Littlestown will have the basketball, trailing by 4, 24.7 seconds to go. So the Blue Devils in a good spot here as they have a 2-possession lead, as they look to try and close this out and pick up their second win of the season. Again, full court pressure, or at least token full court pressure. Now the Blue Devils will back things up. Littlestown with the basketball needs to get a shot off. Long 3-point shot there by Herwanko. Greencastle comes down with the rebound. And once again, the Blue Devil defense forces that long 3. But again, remember, we're not in a bonus situation, so Greencastle will have to inbound the ball. That was team foul number 4 of the quarter, so the next foul by Littlestown will put Greencastle at the line. And Littlestown choosing not to foul here as we're under 10 seconds to go. And finally a foul as Littlestown allowed about 7 seconds to run off the clock there before fouling. And the Blue Devils with a 4-point lead. Logan Alvey at the line and just 6 seconds to go in the game. Blue Devils certainly appear to be on their way to pick up win number 2 of the season. Alvey with 8 points, can't get the first to go. He will get a second opportunity here. Again, important for Greencastle. Let Littlestown take the shot as Alvey knocks down the second free throw. Alvey will head to the bench. Eli Sterling back in the game. And now we'll just run out the final 5 seconds here as Herr had it and lost it, and Greencastle gets the ball back. Well, they're going to say it is Littlestown's ball. But just with just 1.4 seconds to go, really not a whole lot they can do, trailing by 5. They'll get the ball inbound. Meekin will put up a 3 and hit it, but that is essentially a meaningless shot as the Blue Devils come back from a 16-point first half deficit to defeat Littlestown by a score of 54-52. As Greencastle improves its record to 2-1 on the season. We'll take a break and be back to wrap things up. We'll be right back after these messages. You're listening to Blue Devil Basketball on the F&M Trust Sports Network, midpenbroadcasting.com, and the sportspage.blog.